This episode of The General's Gentleman is sponsored by Ashes of the Singularity. Take control of epic battles in a massive scale RTS where you control thousands of units. With up to 14 players per game, it's the biggest RTS to date.
Welcome to The General's Gentleman.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Command & Conquer 0 Hour 1.6.
Man, I love 1.6.
Yeah, this is really exciting for us because shout out to our main man, Relax. There was a thread on GameReplays.org. It was the top 5 1.6 replays from the recent 1.6 tournament. And here we are, we have 5 good replays to cast. So today we're going to be casting Dominator as the GLA vanilla.
His opponent will be Hiryu. Man, is that even Japanese? Do I dare pronounce it like that? Hiryu. As our
Yeah, I missed it too,
vanilla
I'm sorry.
USA.
Is he vanilla?
Yep,
Okay,
he's vanilla.
nice. He's actually going for supplies, so you don't always see that. You have to actually keep an eye out for it, because a lot of times you do just see 4 Chinooks.
Yeah.
I think I said 4 supply there earlier. Definitely doesn't have 4 supplies. Do not recommend you go 4 supplies against a GLA for the USA.
Well, it doesn't work out too well. First vegan of going out. This is a very, very standard build order. I hear you. Something we haven't actually seen in a while. It's weird to say standard build order when we never see it, but it's that double supply, war factory, barracks, start producing missile defenders and Vs. Yeah.
Now, I think the reason why is because it's actually a really big map. If you look at the distance from one spawn to the other, I'd say it's about 30% taller than Tournament Desert. So the rush distance is going to be a bit more merciful for Heroes USA. There is going to be a double tech RPG from Dominator. It's going to be quite nasty. Let's see if Hero is prepared for it.
As it goes with this nice safe build order from the USA, we have very nice map control coming in from Dominator. He's all over the map, has the triple tunnel network, going some nice garrison control as well with those RPGs. Those civilian buildings are pretty hardcore.
Wait,
What?
yeah, that's weird.
Was that, maybe it was 4 missile defender splash or something like that did it.
Okay, on the right-hand side, though, will be a bit more successful. All the RPGs survived. Even the tech... Oh, lol. He friendly fired his own Humvee technical. Not that it really mattered, though. That was going to die anyway. And that should get cleaned up here. So, good defense by Hiryu, but yeah, that was weird.
It was.
They all died.
I'm guessing it was 4 missile defenders worth of splash damage or something like that. It must have been... Oh,
My man...
so good.
Not investing an entire general's point, only a third of a general's point, effectively. So he still has the spy drones. So you get the spy drones and also the paladin. It's the real slap to the face is that like not only do paladins suck, they also are a general's point. It's just not worth. It's sort of the same with nuke cannons for vanilla China, and they don't suck, like they're good, but are they that much better than Inferno cannons? Some people would argue that Inferno cannons are better, even regardless of the not costing a general's point.
And some people would do an entire video dedicated to comparing the Inferno cannon and nuke cannon.
Yeah, I personally, my overall summary, and I don't know why Dominator didn't mention this, is that nuke cannons are way better in defense against units, but Inferno cannons are very good in offense for dislodging defenses or garrisons or what have you.
Patriot's not a bad idea, especially in conjunction with the... Man, that awkward moment when you see a unit like so little, you forget what it's called.
The Paladin.
So, yeah.
Oh, right. It's okay, man. I'll forgive you.
Yeah, I mean, I worked it out straight away, but it's just, you had that mental blank because it's like, what unit is that again? Are we actually in 0R? It works out pretty well. It's going to be hard to take this Patriot out head on with the missile defenders, with the Paladin there for support, obviously, having the ability to snipe down the technicals as well as providing the pew-pew lasers.
It would be a different story if you were like, man, what's that unit called? It's like, Blake, it's a Humvee. Oh.
All right.
Also, these houses, I didn't mention it earlier, they're actually deceptively powerful, durable, I should say.
Really strong.
This one before, we saw it just not die. So this is a pretty beefy army. The Paladins are pretty slow compared to the Humvees, so it's going to be hard for Hiryu to keep the pressure up, especially as we do have technical going in the middle, but great defense here. 2 missile defenders in the little house, 1 more on the open ground.
Flash freeze out and about as well. Fantastic defenses, and this is the ideal tunnel cleanup. So another advantage of having these Paladins available, they take up so much tunnel damage, and a lot of technicals is not what you want.
Yeah, oh man, technicals without RPGs, not too good versus Paladins. But it's the mobility. The Paladins are so slow that if you can avoid them and go for a bit of a harassment, then the Paladins kind of sits around.
Capture upgrade.
Yeah, we have it.
There we go. Capture upgrade is available, but not going to pay off here. Dominator won't be able to invest. He does get the top oil and actually going to go for a pop here with these technicals while the tunnel is being focused.
The tunnel's destroyed, so it can't evacuate here. He has to actually run away and loses most of his army. Wow, that was a great trade for Hiryu. Denied the all cap on top of all the damage that he did. And now we have search and destroy. Jeez.
It's an incredibly well played game. Still, we have here on cleanup crew. Actually, drops a ranger off as well from one of the Vs to find the oil cap in the middle. That's fantastic. Denying the scrap there as well. Paladin still in the middle, probably waiting for reinforcements before he pushes into some more tunnels. Ranger moves forward, flashbangs out the garrison. This play is insane.
Pilot's going to be completing up now. The left side will be attacked here. So, okay, big quad pop. There's no repairing ambos. You don't get... Ambos don't repair vehicles anymore, so he has to use these repair drones.
Definitely puts even more incentive into using those repair drones. The fact that you don't have the ambulance available. You know, just select a bunch of your Humvees and I'll have 50 spy drones, please. So, better be a bit more careful where you invest the cash to go for drones.
I'm sure there's a flashbang in one of these. Oh, no. Oh, oh, Tech Terror gets 2 Paladins down. Nice.
Excellent pick off there. They certainly are a little bit immobile. Terra's fantastic for taking them out.
Quad pop, gonna deny this Ranger. Nice, good work. But the Search and Destroy giving a lot of range to the Vs and to the Paladins. Still... Maybe he thought he had a Ranger inside that one. Maybe he did have the Ranger inside it, but it didn't actually fire in time. So yeah, this building is definitely a problem. Should be able to take that one out eventually, though.
If Dominator's not watching for a second, we can certainly see a Ranger just run up and look for a flashbang, maybe popping in and out of a couple of those weak garrisons to the side could be nice. See how we go. What else do we have here for Dominator?
For a moment, I thought he was building the Patriot with his worker, and I'm like, man, what are you doing? That's the wrong scaffold. But what else do we have? Double arms dealers, probably had that for a while. There's 3 supplies, maybe even a 4th one here. Yeah, the 4th supply being a rebuild. And that's it. No black markets just yet. Some buggies are being built.
It's actually a really nice choice by Dominator going for the expansion. Single A10 to try and break the cab. Here we go. The flashbang's going to come in and it's going to work out fantastically. Quad pop coming in. It's not going to be in time. I believe only a couple of them got out of the tunnel network. I'm not sure what else is left inside these tunnels. Will they even pop against this huge army?
Yeah, I think he popped against the critical mass of rockets and he just lost all his units instantly. Paladins will be zapping up some of those rockets, but not really a lot. Just a single Paladin on their own. And that's going to be the left side being cleaned up. A little bit of defense here for Dominator, but not going to be enough.
Buggy micro on point, but there's only one of them, so it's a little bit less useful. And here he turns the swag on, already starting to long distance mine.
Great macro behind this as well.
Yeah, loving it.
Hiryu having plenty of units to rebuild his army. But Dominator will have the 4th supply, so Hiryu has to keep the pressure up to deny this economy. The tunnel network is being rebuilt around the map.
Yeah, it's really intelligent play by Dominator because Hiryu has this fantastic spearhead army it makes it really hard for Dominator to trade, but if Dominator keeps expanding in the places where the army no longer is, it forces just constant aggression from here, otherwise he's going to fall behind economically and eventually Dominator's going to build up the high-tech army that he needs to take a heads-up engagement. So Dominator forcing Hiryu to continue to be aggressive is really nice.
as a forward supply here, has a Firebase 2 being built. Certainly going to be buying some time if the buggies try to attack the supply. Hiryu, does he have any supply drop zones? Ooh, he's putting an airfield.
Interesting. The Patriot gets dropped on the right-hand side as well, protecting the flank. Going to become a victim of any sneaky tech terrors, especially onto that airfield. What do you think we're going to see here?
From the airfield? I don't know. I actually don't know. Maybe it's Comanches for these buggies.
Starting to destroy, paying dividends, and buggies much less effective and harder to reach the critical mass when the Paladins are zapping all these rockets down.
They'll eventually die, but in the meantime, the Paladins are just doing so much damage to this base with the Humvees as well, but no buggy ammo upgrade. This is a really weird game. He has the black market now, so I'm sure we'll see that upgrade come any moment. It actually uses the field repair there as
nice.
well. Really sick, because the buggy damage was actually pretty split up, so there wasn't any focus fire. And yeah, he'll kill them eventually with kiting these buggies, but he's gonna lose half his base in the process.
Look how much time this is buying. The Paladins are just like, look at me, while the Humvees are demolishing Dominator's base, and he can't split fire if he stops to focus. The Humvee is gonna get caught out of position and lose the buggies to the Paladins. It's really beautiful micro and unit position.
Really good positioning of the Humvees. He had them behind the supply in the corner, so there was no angle for the buggies to attack. If they went to attack, they would have got collapsed upon. So that was really good. Just need to try and put some missile defenders on the ground to zone away these buggies. Buggies can't chase out in the open if there are Comanches in the air, but it's actually going to be stealth bombers.
Yeah.
Or stealth fighters, they're called. I don't know why they're fighters and not bombers, but they're definitely stealth fighters. So I think we're going to have the bunker buster upgrade, because that allows you to...
Fighter ready for flyby.
Man, that's a sick voiceover. You're able to flush out units out of tunnels.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually kill them though, it just flushes them out. So if you combo that with Humvees or... Oh really? It's just for buggies? Wow, that's so sick.
Yeah. Works.
Man.
The stealth fighters aren't really that vulnerable to quads. Loving that stealth. It's great.
It's also a general's point, isn't it?
Yes. Given he's vanilla, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So he's actually spent the general's point, but that's the
pretty
thing
worth.
about 1.6 is it doesn't actually matter that much. Because, you know, it's 1/3 of a general's point when you compare it to things like an A10 or a carpet bomb or whatever else. Jarman on the field, going to be a bit of a problem here.
Paladin army could be a little bit out of position here with the amount of buggies that are on the field. There we go.
He's going for the stealth fighters, but they're stealth. This is actually a tech terror, and he probably will get the airfield.
Nice.
Loses one stealth fighter there because he actually dropped his payload, so he went back to land and blew up. So there's a little bit of miss micro there from Hiryu. Let's see if he has the bunker buster upgrade. No, he has the counter measures, not yet. I just want to see it because it's so cool when you see that comboed.
Such a cool effect as well, but...
I hope we see just a Pathfinder stationary near the Patriot to prevent the tech terrors. Okay, this is a bad push here. He's going to lose all these Paladins if he stays in this fight.
Taking out the tunnel network probably be ideal. He's coming with the Vs now. It's nice.
Yeah.
Before a second Jarman snipe can come out, the buggies are still kiting.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting A10.
Bit of friendly fire there as well, and the tunnel was already destroyed, essentially. He could have gone for the backwards tunnel.
Yeah, it would have been nice. Could potentially have even caught out the buggies here. At the moment, Paladin's being sniped down, one on the ground as well, and the Humvees are trying to tank their way through a very strong garrison.
Man, this is not a good fight for Hiryu. Paladins go down. The Humvees not doing that much damage here. Jeez.
Pathfinder's alive, however, so they do manage to snipe down the remaining RPGs inside the garrison. Here come the buggies again, and they're going to clean up the remainder of Hiryu's army. In the back of this, Dominator has rebuilt his base.
2 black markets. The oil is still there. There's 1 oil. There's 1 drop zone. So it's actually a pretty even game by the looks of it. Unless we see some nice upgrades from Hiryu. And he has some. He's got the cat supply lines upgrade. He has the veterancy upgrade. He has countermeasures. Probably getting rocket pods too.
Fun's veterancy school. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, getting the pilots out of dodge is really intelligent. Hiryu pulling those back. Love to see it. Spearhead army, however, is gone. It's going to be harder to crush this base. Jarman's up. The buggy count's up. Double buggy ammo is up.
So he's putting stinger sights. Does he still have the stealth fighters, or did he lose them both? I didn't see the other one.
They haven't been rebuilt from the looks of things.
Because stealth fighters are really good as base defenses, but the thing is the tunnels don't count. And I think even bunkers don't count either. So the stealth fighters can actually take out these stinger sights pretty effectively.
Haven't been spotted yet from the looks of things. So. Maybe they have with the plane going over. Radar vans are up as well here. Seems as though there's still some supplies in the top left-hand corner. Dominator wants to secure those.
He rebuilt that house.
Wow.
Tell me he has a
Good
flash.
play,
Okay, he has a
Dominator.
flashbang.
Flashbangs are here, however. Good play by Dominator, though, repairing the building.
The dream house, numero uno house. I think the problem here is that Hiryu is trying to attack this well-defended area when there's actually a very vulnerable supply that's going to be rebuilt. Flashbangs can clear out the stingers, as can the pathfinders. Oh man, that house didn't last long for Hiryu. It's gone now though, worth.
Hiryu pats himself on the back. Yeah, throwing away my entire army for one civilian building. The 0-hour numero uno house, totally worth.
Yeah, that house is so OP.
It really is.
Let's see what these Comanches can do.
Yes, sir.
Rocket pod's here. Oh, he uses a scan.
Scan, cool.
So he's probably gonna go straight for that tunnel, prevent the pops.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice work. The radar van I think survived that one. Yeah, great work. Now he can't pop. What's firing at him?
Don't know.
He lost one of those Comanches. That was strange.
Maybe it was an RPG shell on the ground or something like that. It wasn't taken out. I'm not sure. For those of you wondering, that is the ideal way to deal with tunnel networks. You immediately rocket pod and hope your opponent hasn't noticed and didn't insta-pop their quads and move them away. So the... Oh, actually sneaks through.
Stealth fighter's gonna go down. Yeah, he actually goes for the tunnel. Wow. He gets both. Very successful tech terror.
Taking the oil down, an excellent choice. A good switch up by Dominator. So that resource has been denied, and we see more drop zones coming in from here as a result of that. The oil Dominator side well defended. We haven't seen here invest any general's powers to take it out yet.
I think Hiryu didn't quite get enough supply drop zones. For a moment there, he had a really good angle, a really good spot in the game. But then, rather than just going for a lot of secondary defense, secondary economy, he just kept throwing Humvees at those tunnels and those base defenses. That being said, he will have the USA support powers, which are very powerful, can take those black markets down.
He's not in a terrible position. Dominator certainly doesn't have an army where he can go aggressive against the composition coming out here from Hiryu. Spire bases are here. 3 quads aren't going to be enough. The Comanches can take this heads up easily.
Yeah, look, double fire base is quite nice. Wow, these buggies are actually really exposed. They're away from their tunnels.
Yeah, they should go for it.
Yeah, there's 3 of them moving in. I think Dominator is doing the sensible thing, is pulling back. Bit of veterancy on these buggies too. He gets the 1 quad, nice, good pick off. And it will prevent the buggies from pushing out. So Dominator, his only way that he can attack is on the right side by leapfrogging these tunnels forward. And the Tomahawks are very good against the buggies. I believe the Tomahawks can fire over the cliff, but the buggies can't. So that would be a really good way to prevent the buggies from trespassing into Hiryu's territory.
If only we had true line of sight, you could just put a line of Tomahawks on one side, bait with a paladin, and all of a sudden the rocket buggies have Tomahawks raining from the skies.
Yeah, okay, that airfield's in a much better spot. Still vulnerable through the center, however. I like these air units, but I feel like if they were supply drop zones, he may have been a bit better off here.
Still more of them coming out. It's a fuel air bomb. So we should see a fight here from here if he's going to take those tunnel networks. Oh, didn't actually get the stinger sight.
Yeah, that's a shame because the Comanches can't swing in now, but either way, fair bit of quad, so it wouldn't have mattered too much.
Comanches are moving in from the left-hand side. There's the first stealth fighter of the day.
A 10 strike as well.
Onto a tunnel network.
Those stealth fighters re-stealth pretty fast. Okay, nice tech terror. Gets 1 supply drop zone.
Oh, the drop just came down, so not too bad. Using the I mean, taking an engagement when one of the supply drop zone planes flies over and the quad's auto-target might be nice. Taking their attention away if you can kind of time a push.
He's still just chilling here with his technical. Man, they re-stealth so fast.
Yeah, it's nuts.
He gets 2 buggies every time he goes in. And there's a sneak attack too. Hero's army's out of position, but the Comanches are fast. Sneak attack gonna be delivering pretty good army. 3 quads. There's Comanche there to soak up damage, the Chinook I should say. There's a rocket pod,
pods.
but the Comanche's getting focused down so quickly. Oh, the Humvee's gonna be coming in a little bit late here. Jarms on the field, there's even terrorists being sent in.
There's the GPS Scrambler coming out as well. The bees are going to try and kite away from this one. One of them goes down, Jarman snipes the other one. Infantry's cleaned up. The stealth fighters get 1.
Okay.
That's
Paladin.
bunker busters.
Yeah. It won't help much here though. Might actually pop him out. Wow, the Paladin versus the world. Vet 3 Paladin wrecking face. He will go down though.
Hawks arrived as well. Jarman's back in business. Actually get the dozer
Oh
snipe
my
here in the
God.
cap.
The
But no,
anthrax
he gets
bomb.
sniped by the anthrax bomb.
The stealth fighters will go down if they stay around
Oh,
there.
they actually take off in time. The quads are going to try and evacuate back into the tunnels, but if the bunker busters come through, the hero Paladin can maybe clean them up.
Well, he's not a hero anymore. And there's still full black market economy. Hero lost a lot of his base to that push, and even then, it's still there. He hasn't been able to clear that one out.
Stealth fighters really should have focused it with the barrage to prevent this repop, because now they're going to go for the command center. A lot of general powers on cooldown. I believe the fuel air bomb is close to coming up.
No leaflet. I think Hero spent too many of his general's points.
powers.
Yeah, so that's a little bit sad. As swaggy as the stealth fighters and the paladins were, they may have prevented him from actually getting that leaflet. Which would have been massive, because in the corner of the map, would pop out of the tunnel, get leafleted, and get wrecked. But I think probably it was a bit greedy there, what from Hero. He went in with the Comanches first. If he waited until his Humvees and his Paladins were nearby, and then comboed that with the Comanche strike,
Yeah.
he would have been okay. He would have lost a couple of things, maybe. I don't know what was there. Supply drop zone, something else perhaps. But he would have held off the push at least. But he set his army in one at a time. It was the Comanches, then it was the Humvees, then it was the Paladins. He just freaked out and just threw everything in.
And to be fair, it was very close to working out. The quads were this close to going down. Maybe if there was one more Comanche firing with rocket pods, it would have worked. If the Chinook had come in a little bit later and soaked up some more damage, that would have been awesome. But yeah, it was very close to working out. And had the quads actually gone down, we would have seen a much different engagement.
GG, well played. Hero has been defeated, but ultimately, I said it before, I think the problem is Hero just threw away too many units. There was that one push where he lost 4 Paladins, he lost about 4 Humvees. Dominator having very good defense, that garrison being very, very important. Bit more economy there as well for Dominator, but Hero, for the most part, having very good trades.
Yeah. Hiryu with a very cool unit composition
Yeah,
as well.
I love that.
Paladin Humvee, so good.
The Self-Fighter, they were so good versus those buggies. And the more quads that Dominator built, it meant that the Paladins were able to counter them properly. Where if there wasn't any air units, then it could have just been a pure buggy mix, in which case the Paladins would have got wrecked. So GG, well played. Unfortunate for Hero. I wanted to see him win because that was a sick game by him. Dominator, he didn't have the best game though. The other game, he made a lot of mistakes there, I think. But either way, it was a fantastic match. Hopefully you enjoyed the cast. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers. Fuck Darth, I love 1.6.